My name is Ada Stukes Adderley, and I am the daughter of Willie and Gardenia Stukes, who were signers in the petition for the Briggs versus Elliott, which wound up becoming the Brown versus Board. My siblings, Willie, Gardenia, and Lewis, also were signees. I, unfortunately, and my younger brother were not able to because we were not of school age, so we could not sign. From what I understand, their school was very poor and no plumbing inside, and they had to walk to school because there was no transportation for them. They were jeered when they were walking back and forth by the white children on the school bus, calling them names and spitting at them and all sorts of things like that. My father was a mechanic, and he signed the petition along with the other men in the area. He signed the petition, and because of that, he lost his job, and all of them lost their jobs who had their names on the petition. So they came to him and said, well, if you take your name off, we'll let you have your job back. But they were determined to get what they wanted done about having the children go to good schools. So he set up shop in the back of the yard, and he would do some cars back there. Unfortunately, while working on a car, an accident happened and he lost his life. So my mother was my father was like 31 years old, my mother was maybe 29 or 30, and she had a sister in Philadelphia. So her sister wanted her to come and live with them along with all her 5 children. So we moved to Philadelphia, and that's when the newspapers came and did the interview on us and took the pictures. And like I said, I was so young, I didn't really know what was going on, but I knew it was something important. And you know, then they would tell me different things, and I would feel proud, you know, that my family was involved in such a adventure. My sister and I, she was the one that was very involved in it. She was a signee on the petition, and she was very involved, and she was the one always going to everything that concerned the Brown versus Board. And one time I accompanied her to Charleston, North Carolina, at the museum there, and they had a display of the whole Briggs versus Board display. People like Reverend Delaney's children were there. He was a minister and teacher who went to Thurgood Marshall with the hopes that we could get this done, you know, about children going to schools there. And so I met his children, and, you know, we had big discussions. There was a panel and everything discussing the whole Brown versus Board. And then in 2004, I believe, when they had the big 50th anniversary for the Brown versus Board here in Washington, D.C., and it was a formal affair, and they had all people, a lot of celebrities and people that were involved in Thurgood Marshall's wife and children were there, and it was just a time to be proud of what, you know, we had gone through.